Hey there! So we have a brand new out-of-the-blue chain breeding event involving the Gemini Beta dragon. So we now know how both Gemini Beta and Gemini Alpha have been released, Alpha being the dragon of the month and Gemini Beta being part of this new style of chain breeding event. So the most important thing about this TWINSTAR Rising is that you need to breed the dragon of the month to be able to breed the Gemini Beta dragon. You know, it makes sense with how they're connected, they're twins. But even before that, you need to breed the Lilac dragon as well. So we need to breed two new dragons that have only just become available today. And the Lilac dragon, I actually adore this dragon. It's a rare dragon with plant and void elements. And the Gemini Beta dragon is a legendary wind and earth dragon, and he is just a blue coloration version of Gemini Alpha. So the big question is, how do you breed both of these dragons? So we are going to be using the DML planner website because, you know, this is the DML breeding calculator that's actually getting updated these days. I really appreciate all the effort that goes into updating this breeding calculator. But first of all, let's start off with how to breed the Lilac dragon. So to breed the Lilac, you need to breed together a salamander and rainbow dragon, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen here. And down at the bottom, where it says results, these are all of the possible outcomes from breeding that salamander and rainbow dragon together. So you can see here that it lists the Lilac sort of in the middle. We've got all of these other combos, then the Lilac dragon. So the Lilac has about a 5% chance of being bred base. The main thing to notice about this breeding is that there are 3 epics that can be bred in this, but there's no shared breeding time. So if you see a 16-hour breeding time base, so I believe that goes down to, what is it, 12 hours, 48 minutes with VIP, then you will have gotten the Lilac dragon. But most of the breeding times here are 12 hours or below. So honestly, even though there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different possible outcomes, your chances aren't actually that bad. And do remember that with this whole chain breeding event, you have an entire month to make it happen. So even if you don't breed it today, or you don't breed the Lilac dragon tomorrow, don't worry. You've got an entire 31-day period to make it happen. But you do need to be on it with rebreeding for these dragons. So that is how you can get the Lilac dragon, just using those 2 set parents and just rebreeding until it works out. And then, of course, after that, you have to breed the Lilac dragon and Gemini Alpha dragons together to breed Gemini Beta. And this is where the breeding gets a little bit troublesome, because if I scroll down here, you'll see just how many different outcomes we have on the screen. I feel like I'm scrolling forever. There are so many different dragons that you can get out of this breeding combination, and Gemini Beta has less than a 1% chance of being bred, as you can see right at the bottom of the page. So, main thing to note about this is, even though there are so many different possible outcomes, again, most of the breeds are below 12 hours. There are actually only 3 epic dragons that can be bred using that Lilac plus Gemini Alpha combination, so you won't be stuck behind super long breeding times very often. But when it does happen, obviously it's going to be annoying, it's going to get in the way of your breeding progress. But you can see just how many common dragons you can get out of this combination, and it's just because of how legendary breeding works. You know, how one of its elements turns into a random element, essentially, is the element that it passes down. It can be any of the elements apart from legendary and divine that it passes down, but this is how you do it. So you've got plant, void, seed, tree, melons, venoms, luminos, and all of that. But again, less than a 1% chance to breed Gemini Beta. But you are gonna have to be on it like a car bonnet. And I really, really want to get this dragon. You know, I did do the breeding guide for Gemini Alpha earlier, so go and watch that if you need any advice on how to breed him. As you can see here, we did already manage to breed Gemini Alpha. It was on our 3rd attempt, which was pretty damn good. And don't forget that you do have time skip options as well, so if you ever see the skip 30-minute time skip option, take it. Take it. It's going to help you out immensely with all of the speeding up. If you just watch, you know, some crappy ads do something while they're on, then you are going to get a lot of value out of them. So now we have to wait for Gemini Alpha to finish hatching in there. I do have the 2 breeding dens, so this is a lot more convenient for me. You know, whenever chain breeding events come out, dual breeding dens is obviously a lot nicer than a single breeding den. But in our main breeding den, of course, since we've already got Gemini Alpha, that means that we are going to be trying for Lilac in the other breeding den. So we need to breed together that salamander and rainbow dragons. So let's have a look. See? We've got both of them there, and then if we check the possible results, you'll see the same thing. You can see that we've got the lilac dragon egg there in the middle, and that is the only dragon that we have not yet bred. So, let's have a look. Breed! And that is a 14-hour, 23-minute breeding time. And remember, I do have VIP on, so that means that, unfortunately, we didn't get the dragon that we wanted. That is going to be one of the other guys instead, one of those epics. So, that's kind of sucky. But, you know, it's going to happen. The main point is we just have to keep rebreeding as soon as we can every single time to give ourselves the best odds that we can. So, you know, that is the gist of the new chain breeding event. Let me know if you got lucky breeding Lilac or Gemini Alpha already. You know, the legendary is going to be the most annoying one to get, and then breeding them both together is going to be a pain. But I've got confidence in you that you can do it in a month's time, and I have confidence in us that we can do it as well. But, you know, hopefully that all makes sense and you've got your head around it. But make sure you do check out the DML Planner website yourself, you know, have a look around, you know, it lists the dragons. If you just click breed, it will take you onto their page anyway. And there's also the Gameloft forums as well if you don't want to use the DML Planner interface with all of the different outcomes listed as well. So you can take a look at them on there also. But those are the main 2 sites that I tend to use for DML breeding these days. You know, the DML Planner website and the forums or the wiki pages. But I don't believe the DML wiki has been updated with all the info yet. But, you know, I'm very happy that we've got that legendary still. Very, very happy indeed. I wish that we had like 8 lots of Chronos to use because I used it earlier for the other thing. But oh well, I guess. So, while all of that is happening, we do also have the clan event to do. We can get some dungeon tokens. So, again, the dungeon grind will continue. The dungeon grind continues every day until we can hopefully get hold of that cottontail dragon. But this does mean that the dragon of next month is probably going to be the Cancer Dragon, because before I said that there was a chance that Gemini Beta could be released as a dragon of the month, although it was more likely that it was going to be in a special sort of event, and turns out we got a chain breeding event for it. But, you know, they could do anything, you know. We can guess about what every single Zodiac Dragon is going to be, and we're probably going to be very close to correct, because, you know, if you just search up the Zodiacs, you're going to find all of them in like half a second on Google. The only thing is, who knows, they might throw us a weird one, and then suddenly one month we get some random dragon instead, and one of the other Zodiac Dragons comes in another breeding event or something. So, even though it is very likely it's going to be quite standard, don't take it as 100% fact quite yet. Anything could happen, any changes to the ordering could be made, we could get any amount of special events, we could even get a divine special event including some, who knows. I just don't want to assume anything about how the rest of the Zodiacs are going to get released now. Obviously Gemini's a little bit of a weird one because, you know, the whole twins thing. But we could get any manner of, you know, themed sort of, I guess, events, you could say. I don't really want to do arena battles at the moment. Really don't want to do arena battles at the moment, but you know, I've not been doing as many clan things as I should. We're actually really close to this other clan now. We were getting destroyed by them earlier, but I really want to get our clan stuff done so that we can get pieces for the clan dragon. And plus, don't forget that when you get clan card packs now, you can get pieces for those other dragons. Where are they? Where are the weird dragons that we never see? I know that we can see them somehow. Let's check our actual collections for them. Because these clan dragons, I love the designs of some of them. And like, we've got the blaze bird. I love the blaze bird when they were available. But, oh god, imagine all the time that we invested into breeding all of these base dragons. And now we've got stuff like the professor. We've got the legendaries. These are all the failed legendaries and epics on this account. But these are the ones that I was talking about, you know, the Steel Bull, Warrior, Luma Plant, Wood Witch. We can get all of these ones out of the clan packs now, so we have a lot more of an incentive to actually, you know, do clan events these days. So I want to get all of the pieces for these as soon as possible, especially Wood Witch, because she is an absolute beaut. But you know, hopefully we see some of these other dragons return one day, like Pansy. I was 10 pieces away from them. Just, my luck with the Divine Chest dragons in general was not the greatest. 36 for Seth, 9 for Chang. You know, I was not ever someone that threw in hundreds of dollars to make that happen. But some people were, and that's just the way that it is for now. But, regardless, that's enough of me rambling for now. Hope it helped you out. Best of luck with all of your breeding, and, you know, we're gonna need it, because we need it for 3 lots of dragons already, and who knows, we're probably gonna have special events, divine events, and that to do in the meantime, so rest in rip if you don't get it done quick. So for now, thank you for watching, and until next time, I shall see you then.